poetry used to be able to present very powerfully what were thought to be universally held truths, the nature of the cosmos, the Christian story, Milton, Paradise Lost, and so on. With the fading of these, you get poetry trying something new, not just referring to an order, but creating before our eyes or suggesting before our eyes or ears what that order is. So someone like Wordsworth in Tintern Abbey, for instance, a beautiful poem, Wordsworth, where he talks about a sense of things more deeply interfused, kind of force running through all things, right? And you get in his picture of what it is to look at the River Wye in Tintern Abbey, you get a very powerful sense of this order, of this force, of this unity of everything invoked, and you feel it, and you feel somehow more empowered, empowered to be a good person, to participate in this relation to the universe, right? So it at a deep level convinces you experientially. Now, it doesn't do anything rationally to convince a skeptic, right? It's not, and it doesn't have behind it already the force that everybody believes in it already. So, I mean, why convince? So there's something rather strange about it and very fragile about it, and a lot of people can say, oh, it's just, well. What's very interesting about Wordsworth is that because it is fragmentary and uncertain, you get the following phenomenon in England in the 19th century, that he was deeply loved and deeply moved a lot of people with totally different outlooks. I mean, some of them were Orthodox Anglicans, but then you have George Eliot, who's an atheist, you have Meredith, so that's something totally new here. The people who were inspired were not necessarily in agreement with Wordsworth himself, but they thought there's something in this which maybe I can understand in a different way, or maybe somebody can understand in a different way, which makes sense of my being deeply moved by this. So I think you have a series of poetic interventions of that kind. I mentioned lots. I mean, Hölderlin in Germany is somebody very important for me. You have also Baudelaire, Mallarmé, Rilke, which all have this kind of character. They're making you see the world in a new way which is very empowering. You feel a kind of strength coming from your connection to the world as understood in this way, that it's not proved, it can be just laughed off, but it does, of course, influence on others who do something similar, and it's just a fact that our culture is inconceivable without that, and that we value that. Okay, make of that what you will. I mean, it's something that's hard to see exactly what it proves about human beings. And I mean, this is just poetry. See, that a parallel argument can be made about music, that the symphonies of Beethoven are saying some things that are unprecedented in history. The quartets even more deeply, and then music and language together in something like Schubert's Winterreise. It's a very, very powerful new experience, new sense of things. You can't put your finger on it exactly, but you go to hear Ian Bostridge singing the Winterreise, and you are just transported. And the audience is transported. I mean, I was just in New York last week at such a performance, and people were just shouting at the end. We have something there we don't fully understand, and it's worth trying to get a handle on.